this e-bike is made to change the future of mountain biking. At least it was. So we will be doing a top to bottom scan to see why is it so bad. So for this type of money you can buy a really good full suspension mountain bike. But no, you should according to them get this. Like when you take a look at it and use your brain, you would realize that there are no main components on this like on real mountain bike. Like it looks so futuristic. If I saw this bike in 2016, I would think that I had time traveled or something like that. Like this bike is so futuristic looking. But its parts, yeah, they aren't futuristic. Even this old giant has better parts, way better parts. So yeah, we will be doing every component on this bike and comparing it, starting from the frame. Now this is a normal mountain bike frame, and this, well, I don't know what this is, so let's take a look at it. So now it weighs 40 kilograms. 40 kilograms! And the cube weighs 27 kilograms, while the Red City bike, to which we will be comparing it, it's 29.5 kilograms. And the REEVO is heavier and more expensive, which doesn't look good for the REEVO, but does price equal quality? Well, not really. So the materials used are steel and Chinese plastic, and yeah, that's how you make a REEVO e-bike. So it's 1-0 for the Red City bike. Now we are going to talk about tires and whatever those are. So the wheel has to have low spinning resistance and the tires have to get a good grip so the bike rolls. But let's see how these tires compare. So now I found this animation which is just like a normal mountain bike, and the REEVO uses the exact same systems right there, but just with more gears, but more on that later. So now it uses one more gear on the right side, and it's just a wheel that spins like a gear. So now that's all on the system, but since I'm broke and I can't afford a REEVO e-bike, I will play a clip from Burn Peak where they compare the rolling resistance. So let's see how they compare.
1, 2, 3. It's pretty close.
I know, I don't think we really gave the REEVO wheel a fair chance. Let's just spin it once more.
The REEVO lost, and all of that power is going to the gears that it's essentially using to power the wheel, which is way worse than hubs and spokes. So now, yeah, that's 2-0 for the Red City bike. So now we come to the sweet suspension, and the Red City bike has a 50mm fork from the factory, while the REEVO has one-sided fork with 0mm and no rear shock, which puts the Red City bike into the lead with 3-0. So now this is a normal drive terrain, right? And there is nothing wrong in here, but there is in here. So now how does the REEVO work without these main components? Well, it's complicated. So now they didn't want to use this because probably it looks too old for the REEVO e-bike, and they wanted to make it futuristic, so they had to overcomplicate it. So now let's roll the clip from the Burn Peak.
This motor turns this way, which turns this shaft to a gear right over here. It goes this way, and then this goes backwards. And then it turns gear this way. Now if you go back across, that gear is this gear. Once this rotates forward, this gear rotates forward, which in turn, if you would kindly switch sides again, turns this gear, which then turns the chain to this one, and then once again, we swap, which turns this gear, which turns the wheel.
So that's 12 gears including the wheel, which throws the power out of the window. And while we are talking about power, the REEVO e-bike is stronger than the Red City bike, but only in the US, and in the EU it's weaker. The motor is same in the US but weaker in EU, and the range is stronger based on how the Red City bike is charged. So we will give both sides on 1 point. So that's 4-1 for the Red City bike. Thanks for staying till the end, and bye!